How's it going, guys? It's Nick and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another deck profile with Yubel for the DOOD format. This time featuring the Mutiny in the Sky package. Now, this is a really different way to play the deck, still featuring FEAT, but I think it could really be a strong way and possibly even the new way to play it. It's featuring a few new cards besides Buio, and I just really want to get right into it. So without further ado, let's go. We're going to start it off with a copy of Yubel. Obviously, you need it to play the game. One copy of Yubel Terror Incarnate. And then two copies of Spirit of Yubel. So, pretty standard stuff so far, same as the last video. We're still going to be playing three copies of Samsara the Lotus. It's our best starter even still. This is a really great card. Like I said before, it does not play into Azuna, even though K9's not really getting as much representation now, especially with the ban of Mjolnir, but I still think this is an insane card to start off your combos with. We're playing three copies of Nightmare Throne. This is still a really great card in the deck. I really like having Nightmare Throne and another starter with me, because I feel like if I have like a Lotus and the Throne, it's really great to just be able to go Throne, make a Phantom, and then start your combos with Lotus, whereas just having the Throne by itself does feel a little bit sketch sometimes, because adding to hand you can get Drolled, which would really suck, or just like popping a Yubel doesn't really do that much by itself. But it's still a really great card, so much so that we're playing four of them. We're also going to be playing two copies of Gruesome Graveformer. I was playing one in the last build. I like two. I even said in that last video, I usually play two. I think two is really nice because if I use the first one on the first turn and somehow we don't end the game from that point, you have a whole other way to get it back, because you can't really get this back from like banished once you've used it. So I think two is pretty nice. We're playing one copy of Nightmare Pain. Really good card. Although I'm finding myself like depending on it less and less, which I think is a good way to go with this deck, because there's so many ways to out this card. It's not really that protected. So I think it's just nice to have, and having one is good. We're playing three copies of FEAT Engraver. Same stuff as like before. You want to get your FEAT stuff. You want to see it as much as possible. It's a really great way to play. You really just want that as much as possible. We're playing the one Lacrima. Yeah, you just need one. You don't really want more than one. It's still a good starter, like, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely like one of those weirder starters for this deck. We're playing one copy of Tracked this time. Now I know this is probably like a really big difference from what I did in my last video. I was saying like 3 Tracked and now I'm down to 1. You'll see why in a little bit, why I do that, but I do just think 1 Tracked is all you need. You don't really need more. One copy of Lurie, obviously for the Tracked. And we're playing one copy of Sanct. Alright, now I think Sanct is a pretty nice option. You could play 2 Track, absolutely could play 2 Track, but I think Sanct is really nice in case you get Drolled and you have like Sanct in hand, you still have combo that still does it, whereas like if you have a Tracked in hand and you just lose right there, you stop. So I think Sanct is pretty nice to have, but like I said, you could play Track, you really don't need to. And one copy of Sharvara. This is a really standard thing. Now let's get into the new cards. We're going to be playing 3 copies of Tour Guide from the Underworld. Now, I know what you're thinking probably, why are we playing Tour Guide in this deck? You usually don't play it. I think if you're playing Buio and Mutiny in the Sky, this is actually like mandatory. This is a really good addition. It's a full starter. It does play into Fua, but like this entire deck plays into Fua, dude. And I like it better than the Dark Beckoning Beast package, because Dark Beckoning Beast, one, feels like it gets stopped by like literally anything, and on top of that, it plays into Beryllium. So at least this way, you're like leaning more into I only play into one type of Charmy instead of playing into 2. So I really do like the tour guides, and they're really, really nice. We're playing one Buio, the DAWNS Light. We know this card. It's in my last combo video if you've seen it. Really, really strong card, and it gets us like when you get this guy's spell. It also works really well with the tour guide because say I normal summon the tour guide or special summon the tour guide, I can special out the Buio from deck, and it's negated. Sure, that doesn't really matter though because we just link those two off for anything, and then you add Mutiny to the Sky to the hand, and it's really, really powerful. I feel like Mutiny to the Sky is another new card. Fusion summons. It's almost like a sequence. I think this is a really good combo. Now onto the hand traps. We're just playing Fua. Obviously, like Fua is broken, and into our deck especially, so I think we really need to play it. Because we play Crossout Designator, so we're always keeping at least one Fua in the deck, which does kind of suck, I won't lie, but I think that we just need as many ways to out Fua as possible, so Crossout needs to be in there. We're also playing one Called by the Grave for the same reasons, you know. 3 Ash for the same reasons. It's all to stop Fua, and also Ash is just good in general. 3 Joel and Lockbird, same thing, to stop the Fua. And also this is really good into the meta right now, like Mitsurugi, this folds. And now we're on to board breakers. Yeah, we're not doing all hand traps this time, although I was thinking about doing it. We're maining 3 Dark Ruler. Now, this card does have a little bit of anti-synergy with the deck. Obviously, you want to do damage to them like whenever possible, and this kind of like stops you from being able to do that. But the way I kind of think about it is, it might stop you from doing damage to them, but with the Buio package and just like setting up a board, you end up like breaking their board regardless and making it almost an unbreakable board. So it's kind of just like resetting the turn. You're just giving them one extra turn that they're probably not going to be able to play. So I think Dark Ruler is actually pretty sweet. Anytime I draw it, it works out pretty well. And we're also playing 3 Forbidden Droplet. So especially when like you have both paired, like say like Dark Ruler doesn't out the entire board, they can still summon more. Forbidden Droplet on top of that like is really nice. Like you just kind of shut them out completely, like get rid of the entire board. And it's a little bit better than Dark Ruler sometimes because it doesn't turn off damage entirely, just halves it. So you could still squeeze out some wins with that. And last card is the Chamber Trap. We're on 45 cards for this. I think you could go to 50 if you wanted to, but the problem is with that here is you're not going to see your Fua outs as much, and this deck really does still fold into Fua, like pretty bad. Alright, let's go into the extra deck now. We're going to be playing 1 copy of Requiem, which is pretty standard stuff, you know. 1 sequence. We're playing the Desiree as well. And Reaper-Docus. As you guys know, Reaper-Docus is really good. It's how we get into FEAT with combo, so really, really good. And then we are also playing Yama, because it's Yama. The card's broken. I'm so glad they didn't ban Yama. Soul of Rage. A really great card, especially in this format. You can link off with their other monsters, and it really gives you answers. And if they Dark Ruler you, you're still fine, because a lot of times you have Soul of Rage in graveyard, and at least gives you something like to fight back with. And we are going to also be playing Muckracker from the Underworld. I think this card is so good, especially with this version, man. Like, I think now you need to play this. I almost cut this card, and I feel so dumb for even considering that. This is such a great card. We're playing the SP Little Knight, which is obviously we're doing that, going off Soul of Rage. Nothing much to explain. A Baoku, the Lightless Shadow. I think this is a super powerhouse card. It's super slept on, dude. People do not like respect this card, but it's really nice. Being able to pop one card in the field, any card in the field, Caesar a lot, it's really good. I think this card is great. Now into the single XZ, we're playing Caesar. we're not playing Veruders in this deck, actually. We're just doing Caesar. I feel like Caesar is so good right now that I'm always going into Caesar, and realistically, Veruders is super weird to go into sometimes because like you have the Yubel under it, and it's like you're forced to use the Veruders first, and that might not really like be what you want to do, but like you have to unless you want to use Phantom. So it's kind of weird. One weird one here, speaking of weird, is Chaos Angel. I'm trying this out. This is kind of a flex spot, to be honest. You could do other stuff. I don't think you need to play Chaos Angel, but I kind of like it, especially because you can end up using it as fusion material for like your Mutant Skylater, and if you end up summoning it back, it still banishes monsters. I think it could be pretty cool, but like I said, if you wanted to put Verudris over this, you could. I wouldn't be mad at it, to be honest. And now, let's go into our fusions. Obviously, we're playing the one Phantom Yubel. Phantom Yubel is best card. Konami, please put it back to 3. We're playing one Necroquip Princess. One Aerial Eater. This card is, again, like, I love that they made this card. This card is the reason why this deck functions. I'm not even lying. And lastly, we're playing Loose the Dusk Dark. Now, this card is like this card, but like on crack. This thing is crazy, dude. Like this card, I can't believe I didn't add this to the deck sooner. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because the fact that it could target one card, pop it, and then dump Foolish Any Fiend from deck is just like mind blowing. Like what? And then on like another destruction, it could just like destroy another card. I don't know, man. Like this card is bananas. It's insane. And the recyclability, like with this this engine, oh my god, so crazy, so crazy. So now we're gonna go on to the side deck. We're playing 3 Thrust. I think this card is very, very good, especially for setting stuff. I mean, you can't set D-Barrier anymore because that got banned, but yeah, it's really, really nice, especially in this format. Especially when you're trying to get these cards. We're playing 2 Lightning Storm and 1 Duster. I know Lightning Storm is at 3 now, but I still think this ratio is pretty nice. I'm pretty comfortable with it. We're playing 1 Solemn Judgment. This is also a kind of a flex spot. I think you could play like Anti-Spell or something like this in here if you're afraid of getting Dustered, something like that. But I just put Judgment in there for now. Or it could be another one of these. I played 2 Black Goat Laughs. It could be a 3rd Black Goat Laughs. I just don't own a 3rd one yet. I'm waiting until I buy the structure deck to get my 3rd one. But yeah, 2 Black Goat Laughs is super, super, super good. I'm siding 3 copies of Bell. I was maining this at a certain point, but I feel like, honestly, I'd rather have the Board Breakers than Bell. It feels like Bell doesn't really do a lot sometimes. And yeah, it's still a really great card though, like in certain matchups, like Swipe's inside. And this last 3 is specifically for my locals. I'm playing 3 Lancia. And the reason why I'm playing 3 Lancia is because, man, there are so many Malice players at my locals. It's ridiculous. Like, and the deck is still good. It's still good, man. So you know what? We're keeping this in just for Malice players. It also works into like Chris Strong if you want, but like, nah, this is mostly Malice hate. I'm not gonna like be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. It could be something else like Nib. It was Nib beforehand, but I think that is like a more locals dependent thing, I guess. But that's the entire deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you want to see. If this how you would play Yubel, try it out. Let me know in the comments. I really want to know what you guys have to say. So without further ado, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.